Sports on Tap is brought to you by Go2 Pro Plumbing, Land & Sea Motorsports, On the Bay Customs Boutique and Cafe.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
I don't know what we're yelling about!
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Loud noises!
Not a game.
This is the first time in my life I'm glad I'm deaf.
We talking about practice, man.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
65.
63. Knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
Kick the tires and light the fires, Big Daddy.
We are tonight's entertainment.
We're here to fuck shit up.
Sports the way it should be. Nothing sugar-coated, with loaded with all the information you wanted. From legends to prospects, nothing's off limits. Chris and Joe be taking on all topics with no stopping. They keep it rolling and going and ball hopping at a rate that's hard stopping. With music and straws dropping, they're getting it in. Sports Center competition, man, they in it to win. This ain't a fluke, from Carolina to Duke, from MSU to Michigan. You'll know if you listening, and you ain't, you missing it. All the excitement, they shock like a thundercloud and rock with lightning. Get it together, you know ain't nobody better. Bring heat than cold weather. You better put on a sweater, you better just let it go when all coming attack. Sit back, relax, let's tell them it's on tap.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. If we take a fucking tight end, I quit. You can't let that shit happen. You can't.
You're fucking right, you can't let that shit happen. Welcome to this week's edition of Sports on Tap. I am Chris Scott alongside Joe Waddell and Frank Chagata. Gentlemen, how are we?
Doing good.
What's up?
You know, just living. It's hot outside and it's whatever, so...
It's hot outside, and both of us are sitting here in hockey.
Yeah, I know, right? Very smart on our part. So,
yes.
What are you gonna do? It's playoff time.
I feel fine. I got a hockey shirt on too, but it's a short sleeve shirt.
Congratulations, good for you. Anyways, moving on.
Wow. Next time, just say, "I don't care. Go fuck yourself."
I need to get back to that. That was awesome. When he said that, I was like, "Yeah."
He pretty much just did. Yeah. That was...
Do you want to get in the picks really quick? Let's get those out of the way.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do it.
All right.
If you've had plumbing problems, you're definitely not alone. The next time you have an issue, there's only one place to call. Go2 Pro Plumbing. They're a local family-owned company with 15 years of experience. Based in Centerline, they serve the Metro Detroit area, keeping your pipes clean and flowing with fair prices and happy customers. They're open 7 days a week for all your plumbing needs. The knowledgeable and experienced staff will keep you informed of their progress every step of the way to make your experience as smooth as possible. Call Go2 Pro Plumbing today at 586-250-2881. That's 586-250-2881. Go2 Pro Plumbing. When your pipes won't flow, call the pro.
It's time!
It is time for the picks. Joe, Frank, want to lead us off, or you want me to start it out?
One of you two can right now.
Frank?
All right, I'll take this. I'm going to take the MLB Super Boost that FanDuel's offering right now. Yankees to beat the Blue Jays in the series outright. I think it's an easy $5 win.
Yeah.
Throw a couple bucks on.
Yeah, for sure.
The Yankees are trending upwards.
And the Blue Jays have not
have not been able to get out of the bottom of the toilet.
Yeah,
so.
six game skid. We'll do that for you.
Exactly.
So. I'm going to go to the NBA in the Lakers-Suns series. I'm actually going to take the Lakers to win tonight, giving up 1.5, and I'm going to take the over at 210.
All right. Let's see. My bet is going to be. I'm a little lost here. Sorry, I was doing something with the audio.
Okay.
My bad. But I'm going to take the Indians. I'm just going to take them money line to beat the Tigers. I think the Tigers have. I think
they suck again.
They've reached their plateau. I mean, it's one of those things where even bad teams go on a little bit of a streak, and then it's almost like Indian summer. You know, you get that little bit of a hot streak going,
right.
And then you fall back down to planet Earth where you actually belong. I think this is about time where they fall back down to planet Earth, and they're pretty much crashing down there right now. I'm going to take the Indians.
All right. Another super boost that FanDuel is offering. Sebastian Aho to get a goal and Carolina to take the win in Game 5 against the Preds. After their trip to...
Use your words.
Yeah, I know. No shit. I had a whole fucking train of thought, and the train just left without me. But after their last couple games at Nashville, I really think Carolina's going to bounce back tonight.
All right. Sticking in the Stanley Cup playoffs, I'm going to take the New York Islanders with the over at 5.5, going off at plus 116.
Nice. I like that. Next up, I'm going to stick to hockey again. I will be taking the Carolina Hurricanes, giving up 1.5 goals at home against the Preds. Both the first 2 games of the series were in Carolina, and both of those games they won by 2 and 3 goals, I believe. So if the trend continues at home, they should be able to give away the 1.5 goals and still make you some money.
Yep.
All right. And my last one, I got a little 3-team parlay going for the basketball games tonight. I will be taking the Celtics plus 9, the Clippers minus the 7.5, and I will be taking the Suns plus 2 tonight.
Nice. I'm going back to the NBA playoffs. Super boost through FanDuel. Kevin Durant to score 30-plus points and the Nets to win tonight.
I like it. I'm sticking to NBA as well, and I'm actually going to back up one of your picks here, Frank. I like the Clippers. I have 6.5 here, but either 6.5 or 7. I like the Clippers in that game. Nice. Giving up the points.
Nice. That's it.
All right, and we're done. Those are the picks.
That's the picks. And I'm kind of glad you ended on the NBA playoffs because we talked about this a little bit before the show, and I want to get into LaFraud James.
LaFlop?
Yes, LaFlop James.
LaFlop James.
LaFlop James. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people out there that call him the GOAT and all this shit. I'm sorry. I don't see how you can with how this dude flops around like a fucking fish. Like the other night, he gets poked in the eye, and he lays there for like a minute and a half, like he just got drilled by Tyson in his prime. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Get up. You're fucking 6'9" or whatever, and you're built like a fucking linebacker, and yet you flop around on the floor like a little bitch. I'm sorry. You'll never be the GOAT in my eyes ever. I don't care how many fucking rings you win. You'll never be the fucking GOAT when you do shit like that. I
100% agree with you. It's reasons like that why I can't be a fan of his.
No.
It's for me, it's not about his talent. He's talented.
Oh, you can't even question that.
It's about what you do with your talent. And he is so talented. One, he should have won more by now. His record in the finals is abysmal. And then you look at things like this, and why does he have to flop so much, man? Like, why? They're not even. It's not even like it was in the 80s and the 90s where they're drilling you. Like, they are drilling you in the 80s and 90s with the Celtics, the bad boy Pistons. That they would knock you out coming through the lane.
Absolutely.
Now, like. You barely get touched.
It's like the parting of the Red Sea.
It's ridiculous. And I actually have a video I put together of 2 of these incidences recently.
Yeah.
And one was against Golden State with the eye poke. The other one was he quote unquote injured his shoulder when he got quote unquote undercut by Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And when you watch the video, you're going to see that none of that is the case. And he rolls around the ground like somebody shot him in the arm. When in reality, I don't even see how his arm got hurt. It's ridiculous. And before I play this video, Frank, if you want to touch on this a little bit before we get into the video part of it, go right ahead.
I mean, there's nothing really for me to say that you guys haven't already said. Like, yes, granted, I'm the one out of the 3 of us who does like LeBron, but when you do shit like this, I just can't defend it. There's no way around this.
Right.
Like, yes, you are everything people say you are.
In both ways.
Yeah, in both ways, and that's the problem. I can sit here and argue his talent with you guys, but Joe, you just said it yourself. Like, he's one of the most talented anybody's ever watched.
Yeah. But he's soft.
Then on the other end, like, excuse the language, it's a word I don't like using, but on the other end, you're a complete fucking pussy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a mixed bag here.
Charmin soft, baby.
Yeah.
Charmin soft.
Yeah, and Chris, you haven't seen this that I
Yeah.
put together. Do you want me to turn this around for you a little bit while so you can see it? Yeah. I'll turn my feed here. And for the people who are listening, obviously you're not going to be able to see the video, but you know what happened, probably. If not, go back and look at it.
James running the floor. Pass to Caruso, back to James, and he's fouled. Draymond Green would not let him get a layup. And James goes down, rolling his head.
He's rolling around
Oh,
like
and
he got
I'm
shot.
dying. I'm dying.
Now here, he reaches and puts his arm in between his legs like he's going in the fetal position.
I think they're going to take a look at it to see if it's a flagrant.
Like, you got poked in the eye. I know it hurts. Don't get me wrong. I know getting poked in the eye hurts, but what are you doing, man?
Right.
I'm shocked they didn't bring out like a wheelchair for him,
right?
You know, and
take back control of this game.
James missing again at the foul line. A whistle. James goes down hard to the court. Caruso
Now, when this plays back in slow motion, watch it again. He doesn't even hurt his arm. He doesn't even really land on his arm.
And coaches leave the bench area as things become a little bit contentious here.
Yeah, an NBA fight.
Yeah.
When James was up in the air on the missed free throw.
Now look at him. He collapses back down to the ground again. So when he first went down, he popped back up when he heard the whole crowd because he realized not all the eyes were on him at that point.
There's Chris Paul blocking him out,
and that got called a foul.
Now why are you holding your arm? What happened to your arm?
Then there's an altercation.
What a joke.
It's funny because growing up playing sports, and I'm sure you guys were a similar way. Like, I had the unfortunate privilege, yet fortunate privilege of having my father as my coach. So I had to listen to my coach 24/7.
Right.
But the one thing he always reminded me of, and it's something I still live by, if it doesn't affect your legs, why the fuck are you laying on the ground?
Right.
It's a hell of a long way from the heart. It's your shoulder, dude. You're going to be okay. It's your eyeballs. You're going to be okay.
Yeah, like Joe just said, I get that it hurts.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel great.
And the shoulder thing, come on, man. Like Chris Paul grabbed your arm. You didn't hurt your shoulder, man. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, the eye poke hurts, but you barely landed. You landed and rolled on your shoulder. You didn't even land on your arm in an awkward way. What are you doing, man?
And no disrespect to Chris Paul, but you got grabbed by one of the smallest dudes in the
Right.
league.
And so here's a clip that's in front right now that played after the video. Time spent on the ground after the injury. And we'll go over this for a second. 36 seconds for getting hit in the face by a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And I forgot who it is. I forgot
Kevin
his name.
Pillar.
Yeah, Kevin Pillar for the Mets. He was on the ground for 36 seconds after getting drilled in the face with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Joe Burrow, 78 seconds after tearing his ACL, MCL, and suffering other major knee damage. He was on the ground for 78 seconds. LeBron James, 80 seconds for a poke to the eye. Are you kidding me?
The one that list does not have, and
Come
yes, I am a hockey guy. I know you guys are as well. The one that list does not mention that I did have on mine was PK Subban. PK Subban sliced his entire leg open. He ended up needing like 30-some stitches to close this thing up. He came back later in that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't come back from an eye poke?
Or are you gonna roll around in the ground
Yeah.
like you were, like said, like you're just decked by
You
Tyson?
got to go sit on the bench for a couple minutes,
Yeah.
get your eyesight back. Then he's talking about at the end of the game, he's seeing 3 rims, but he still made the shot. Like, congratulations, man. That's awesome. But anybody who's ever been poked in the eye knows to go for the middle one.
I mean, yeah. And I don't even think that was the fucking game. Stop it. You didn't see 3 rims.
See, that was
dude.
the other
Stop
thing is
it.
he
that
had
was
to
embellished.
he had to put that out there like oh, I could barely see. I had
It was
to
a
shoot for the middle
superhero
one.
moment.
It was like, come on, man. Like, just now you're trying too hard.
Yep.
You're just trying way too hard.
Just-
Those are the reasons why he will never ever be my GOAT.
No, hell no. Not a
Ever.
not a fucking. Like
That's-
I said, I don't care how many fucking rings he wins.
When
I don't give a shit.
When he does shit like that, I instantly want to look at anybody who looks at him as the GOAT and go, "That's your king.
That's your king. That's your hero.
That's your king." Come on, man. He's rolling around on the ground like a tiny little girl. My daughter doesn't fake injuries like that. She's 3.
Your hero is.
We need to
fucking
work
soft.
on her acting then.
Yeah, right.
My daughter falls down and gets hurt and gets right back the fuck up.
Yeah,
she's 3 years old.
Your hero is fucking soft. It's as simple as that. And you want to like him. You want to have him be your GOAT. All right, cool, man. That's fine. Just know you're fucking wrong. I'm sorry, you're fucking wrong. But
you're completely wrong.
From that being wrong too, and I want to go to the Stanley Cup playoffs. And another thing that was wrong. It's not the Stanley Cup playoffs until Nazem Kadri does something fucking stupid and gets himself fucking suspended. Like,
it's a yearly thing now.
He got what, 8 games this time?
He got 8 games, and frankly, he should have gotten more. But if you didn't see, it was earlier in the series against St. Louis. It was what, game 2 this happened?
Yes.
So game 2, guy is skating across the middle of the ice, and I'm all for a great, clean, open ice hit. I fucking love him. When I played, that was my favorite thing to do, was just lay somebody out coming across the middle of the ice. But there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. And Nazem Kadri seems to choose the wrong way to do it every fucking time he does this. Like, the dude's skating across the middle of the ice, and like I said, lay him out. If he's got his head down, lay his ass out. But don't launch yourself into his fucking head to do it.
You want to think you're Scott Stevens in those moments? I'm all for
At
it.
100%.
All for it.
But don't launch your fucking body into his fucking head to fucking, like, lay his ass out.
And it's becoming so popular for guys to launch themselves.
It is. I don't understand that.
I honestly thought years back when Cronwall kept getting suspended for doing it.
Yeah.
And hindsight now, like, yeah, we go back, we look at those hits. A lot of them probably should have been suspensions, the way they're calling the game now.
Right.
I don't agree with all of them, but most of them were
Right.
worthy of something. I thought at that point that would have kind of started sending those plays out of the game. These guys just tend to do it more now.
They do, and
I don't get that.
I don't understand. Now, sometimes it's a very thin line, because you can hit a guy and then physics takes your body up into the dude's
absolutely.
head, and your feet leave the ice. But this one was clear and obvious. He clearly left his feet and launched his body into his fucking head.
It also doesn't help. He's, 5'8" off the ice?
Right, exactly. And obviously he's a repeat offender. He's done this numerous times. So like I said, 8 games to me wasn't enough.
Calling him a repeat offender is just amusing.
Right. Honestly, I feel like if
he does it more often than he doesn't.
If you get to like your 3rd time where you're being suspended for something like this, you're done for the playoffs. You're out.
And that's, I was just thinking that, and I was going to ask you guys about it. Personal opinion, suspending a guy in the NHL playoffs for 8 games does nothing but load that team up later on.
Right, exactly. He's going to
Especially
be fresh.
a guy like Nazem Kadri.
He's going to be fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to come back now in the 3rd round of the playoffs probably. He's going to be completely fresh.
Yep.
A guy like that is going to be able to get you probably a handful of goals in the series after not playing for a couple of weeks. Punishing him by sitting him accomplished absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Like, you need to, players like that, and if you want to do it, repeat offenders, I think that's a great way to do it.
Yep.
But there are certain guys, if you're on your 2nd suspension of the year or something like that, done. Just done for the year.
Yep.
We can't have that.
And from what I was reading, apparently the Colorado players are kind of sick of it as well. Him doing stuff like that.
I mean, he got ran the fuck out of Toronto
for
the same shit.
And Toronto fans were upset that they let him go, and I wasn't. I was actually happy they let him go. I was like, he let your team down twice in the fucking playoffs. Like, to
and
me,
he
I
just
was,
did it again to another
right.
team.
I'm like, I was done. I'm like, bye, get the fuck out of here. If you're going to continually do that, and especially in the playoffs, then I don't want you to be a part of my team.
Like, you want to go back in the history of the game, and you want to look at guys who are goons like Kadri is. Probably one of the most notorious is Claude Lemieux.
Oh, 100%.
And when you look at some of the shit he did, maybe 2 or 3 times did he do something the equivalent of what Kadri does every year. Like, you just, no matter how good you are, you're not an asset to a team if you constantly put your team in a position like that.
Right.
Sorry, we had somebody comment on kind of goes with both of these. Eddie commented, in my eyes, LaFlop is the Crosby of the NBA.
Okay.
Formerly, yeah.
I could see that.
I think Sid's game's changed a lot from where he was in his younger days when
he was
Penguins Wings rivalry was kind of
a crybaby type of player.
I think he's grown a little bit since then.
I think there's a lot of.
Think that's a perfect.
I think there's a lot of Wings hatred coming from that in Eddie though, but yeah. No. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but I wanted to interject here. One thing for your team is the Tavares injury.
Yeah.
With Corey Perry
Yeah.
hitting him.
Yeah.
And there's a couple things that go along with that.
That fucking hit just made my stomach.
Oh, I was like, when they set him up, I'm like,
I literally wanted to cry when he fell backwards.
Yeah, when they set him up, I'm like, is he dead?
Well, they said, and then he fell backwards, and his legs were starting to bend beneath him, and it was an ugly
Yeah.
scene. And you said it, Frank, and I agreed with you. Like you said, I feel bad for Corey Perry.
Yeah.
He wasn't the one. He was the one that caused the injury, but not on purpose. He tried all he could to avoid the hit.
That was a hockey play.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I didn't see it as dirty at all.
Yeah, and so then there was also we talked about it last week is unwritten rules, right? Then there was the unwritten rule of all right, now somebody's got to fight Corey Perry, and I personally didn't agree with it.
Once I heard his reasoning for doing it, I agreed with it.
What was his reasoning?
Nick Foligno's reasoning for doing it was, you know what? People are going to look at that hit. Some people are going to think it's dirty. Some players are going to think it's fucking dirty. He's like, let's just settle it now.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way, and let's play hockey. Cool. Done. It's over with. And now now nobody's talking about it anymore because they finished it right then and there. It was over with.
Now, I like fights in hockey, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm all about taking care of business on the ice. Right. I'm all about some of the unwritten rules of hockey, right? I mean, we're all hockey guys here. We love that about old school hockey. Yes, you settle it on the ice.
Yeah.
If you need to take care of a guy, you take care of it on the ice. And you do it within the rules of the game. You drop the gloves and you go at each other. This was one of those situations where I didn't necessarily like it because in my mind, you could see that Corey Perry did everything he could to avoid the hit.
Right.
And you could tell when they went to fight, you could tell Corey Perry didn't want to fight. He wanted to know.
But even Corey Perry understood why.
He did. He understood it, but it was one of those things where, yes, he's a part of the group. He's a part of that society. You're a part of the hockey society. You know what you have to do if they come at you.
Right.
They came at him. He knew he had to take the licks.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where I thought, I agree with it in most cases where, yes, sometimes the fight has to happen afterwards.
Yeah.
You got to take care of it. This was one of those small, rare instances where I looked at it and went, man, that didn't have to happen.
I agree. Like I said, I agree with it because it took all ambiguity out of it. It's just like, all right, this happened. So there's no misunderstanding that it was dirty or not, whatever. We're going to fight. We're going to get it over with. Cool. It's done.
The other thing that I look at with it.
Sorry, Perry didn't even throw a fight. Throw a punch in that fight.
No, he
didn't
was
even throw
just
a punch.
basically just dodging out of the way with it.
He just went, all right, go ahead and hit me.
But a lot of that, I think, has to do with who he was fighting.
Yeah, I think Nick Foligno's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
The only thing I agreed about in that scenario, though, is they didn't send their pure fighters out to get him.
And
Foligno is a tough guy, but he's also more of a finesse goal scorer.
He's more valuable to you on the ice than he is taking care of shit like that.
Right.
And I think that's where I was going to go with it was if I'm in Perry's shoes in that situation, I take that fight all day because Corey Perry can't do what he used to do in Anaheim. He can't even do what he used to do in Dallas. He's still an asset to a team, but he's not the asset that he used to be.
Right.
So by taking a guy like Nick Foligno out of the game with him for 5 minutes, you've just helped your team by not doing anything.
And also another reason why I agree with what happened is Corey Perry kind of has a reputation as a dirty player. He does. So again, like I said, this takes all ambiguity out of it. This is like, okay, we're finished. We're settling this now, so it doesn't fester on throughout the rest of the series. Let's get it done and let's just play hockey.
Yep.
Here's my question about it, though.
We've
all watched it, right? We've all watched the play. I've seen it several times.
More times than I've wanted to.
Right.
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
To me, there's no question that it was not dirty.
Yeah, I didn't think it was dirty at all. No.
So I guess my question is, how can anybody see that and go, "Oh, he meant that was dirty"? Unless you're just being a Maple Leaf homer.
I've seen,
which you're not. You're not being.
No, I saw.
But,
I saw plenty of people in my Maple Leaf group says it was so dirty. I'm like, how was it dirty?
Again, that's Maple Leaf homerism, though. Looking at the play where your player got hurt.
Right.
If you're outside of Toronto or the Maple Leafs fans,
right.
How do you look at that and go, "Oh, that was dirty"?
If you slow it down to extreme slow motion, then you can say, "Oh yeah, that's dirty." But it's like, no, it's not.
If Corey Perry has the most insane timing in the history of the NHL, it's a dirty hit.
Exactly. And that's why, like I said, when you slow it down.
If you can manage to hit a man who's helicoptering his way back down to the ice, square in the head while you're moving at what appeared to be close to full speed,
right?
You've got incredible timing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I didn't see it as dirty. But like I said, I agreed with the reasoning of the fight that happened afterwards. And like I said, they got it done right there, and everybody moved on.
And correct me if I'm wrong, they ended up winning that game, right?
Montreal ended up winning that game.
To me, the only thing that I could see in that scenario is the reason why that might have to happen is to get your team out of the funk, right? You just lost arguably your best player, and you're looking at it and you're like, all right, well, we need to get ourselves out of this dungeon that we feel like we're in right now. And if you need to light a fire in your team and get that fire burning again, maybe that does it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see that being the reason. But again, for me, I look at that, I'm like, there's no way you can even possibly think that's dirty. But, I understand your reasoning. Listen, we're all hockey guys. I am all for settling it man-to-man on the ice.
Right.
Yep.
In an occasion
But
where
that's
I
what
think
I love
it's
about
called
hockey.
for. I agree.
And people say, "Oh, they should ban fighting in the NHL." No, they shouldn't.
No.
This is how you police the game. If you ban fighting in the NHL, you're gonna get
some dude's gonna come clear across the ice with a fucking
Right.
stick in his hand and
Yeah.
just give a BC two-hander upside somebody's fucking head if you can't
Right.
fight.
Yeah.
If they ban fighting in hockey, it's the game of hockey's gone because what it's going to turn into is going to be just a violent mess.
Oh, 100%. Like you have to have that to police the game. Why do they need that to police the game? So people don't do fucking shit like that.
Yep.
Right.
It's you actually have to answer for your dirty play.
It's like
You have
saying
to.
baseball should get rid of throwing at batters.
No, they shouldn't.
There's no way you can ban it though.
No, just don't throw it. Don't throw it at their head. Other than that, I don't care. You want to throw it at a guy, throw it at a guy.
But I'm saying like there's nothing that's going to change if there's a play that happens in baseball where the pitcher wants to throw at the batter, he's going to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Regardless of what your rule is. If two guys in hockey want to fight, they're
Right.
going to do it. It's not going to matter if it's a fucking week suspension.
Right. And then these umpires want to get, of course, the ump show. They want to get fucking involved in it.
Wow.
And, as soon as a guy throws even remotely close to a batter, oh, you're out of here. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You have the officials in almost every major sport right now trying to make things about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the guys in the NFL who are trying impossibly hard to make everything about them and still can't.
Right. Sadly, that's true. But I still think baseball is just like, oh my God. I see some of these fucking strike zones in Major League Baseball. I'm just like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Oh, and the one day that you and I were commenting on something on Facebook, Frank jumped in and pointed out we pissed off the umpire group.
Yeah, you guys pissed off the umpire community.
Yeah, apparently we pissed off the umpire community, and they were all up in arms about the things we were saying. But you can't tell me that they're not true.
No,
we were just pointing out that there's blatant inconsistencies,
right?
But it's consistent how blatant the inconsistencies are between the umpires.
Well, the one guy who was commenting, I actually know him. I play baseball against him. So,
okay.
And I said to him, I go, I respect what umpires do because it's not the easiest job in the world.
You couldn't pay me enough to do it, dude.
No, hell no.
The disrespect all those people.
100%.
Not fucking worth it.
Like I respect umpires. I respect what they do because, like I said, it's not the easiest job in the world to do. However, just because we're calling umpires out does not mean that we're being disrespectful toward them or disrespecting their job. No. Sometimes if you suck at your fucking job, you should be fucking called out for that. And you continually suck at your job.
And the hope is that it lights a fire under your ass and you get fucking better.
Well, listen, if every one of us went to work and we're just sucked at our jobs, wouldn't we be called out for it?
We'd be fired.
Wouldn't we be in trouble or
We'd
fired?
be fired.
Yes. We would be held accountable for our actions at our jobs. So why is it different for these guys? Why are some guys really good at doing the job, being a ref, an umpire, whatever it may be, and why are some guys just so blatantly fucking bad at it?
Yep.
And why do they consistently get let go on their bad fucking calls, no matter what they are?
I still don't understand it. Like Angel Hernandez, you obviously
Oh
know,
my God.
And yet, oddly enough, Spencer Turnbull's no-hitter was the home plate umpire for that, which is amazing to me.
It is amazing, and I don't even want to get started on Angel Hernandez because that guy's a fucking moron.
Yeah, that dude should be 100% fired.
Well, I don't know what he should be, but he should not be an umpire.
No, certainly not.
He missed his calling. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it wasn't umpiring.
This is true, but it's just officiating just now in sports in general. It's at an all-time low. It
really is,
because every game now is just every player. Everybody's faster, everybody's bigger, especially with baseball now. Just seeing how hard these guys throw now and how much movement they have on pitches now. It's more difficult now than ever to call a strike or call a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I'm sorry you need robotic help. You need it.
I don't expect anybody that I've even heard of in the history of human beings to be able to see a 105-mile-an-hour ball consistently every single pitch and know exactly where it hit the moment it crossed that plate.
Exactly.
You're a human being. You're gonna fuck it up.
Like I said, we have the technology. Let's fucking use it.
Use the technology,
or even
to your advantage.
Enter like a fucking challenge system like football has.
Yeah. Well,
God, you can't do that though with balls and strikes.
Well, your friend who commented
Make
on
some
it, right?
sort of way though to improve the situation.
It's
Like,
easy. You
even if
have
that's the way
you
they
have
do
a
it.
guy upstairs who's literally watching it in real time.
Oh, I'm not saying there's not better ways to
Right.
do it. I'm saying at a minimum, the least you could do
Right.
is institute a challenge system where they can question some of these calls at least.
You still keep the ump behind the plate, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So when you, like the guy that we were talking to on Facebook, he said, well, have you seen the electronic strike zone that they're doing in the minors? It calls balls that bounce ahead of the plate and bounce and go over the plate strikes. And I didn't comment on that, but my thought is, you still have a fucking umpire sitting back there that can overrule that and
that's
say,
clearly a
no,
ball.
it bounced.
Yeah,
like you don't just go, well, with the electronic strike zone calls it. That's what it is. We're just going to go with it.
Like
you still have the human entity
Yeah.
that can correct these errors when they happen. But if you use the technology to your advantage
Yes.
and you use it the correct way and the smart way, you can then add that to the human element and make it a better called game.
Yes, 100%.
It's like almost in a weird way doing the reverse of using instant replay. You're
Yeah.
using it in real time rather than having to have the replay and allowing the umpires to go back and correct if something's been made
Yes.
egregious, essentially.
And obviously, you still have the umps there for safe and out calls.
Oh, yeah,
for
because
sure.
you have to.
and even
Yeah.
you have to, and even then, sometimes they have to go to replay for some of that shit.
And they still get this shit wrong.
And yes, they do.
The other thing that I look at, and I think part of the reason why baseball hasn't done that, is they talk about the length of the game. If I'm going to a baseball game or I'm sitting down to watch a baseball game, I'm expecting to be there for 3 or 4 hours.
At the very least, 3 hours, yes,
Yes,
100%.
I'm not expecting that to go by like a kid's soccer game.
3 hours, yes. The way to speed up the game, though, and I think some things that happen in the game that irritate me, and I love watching baseball games, but
The pitching clock is
the
a fucking great
the pitching
response to that.
pitching clock, and you need to tell the batters to get the fuck in the batter's box
Mm-hmm.
and swing the fucking bat. Stop standing out there fucking spitting with one leg out of the fucking batter's box, adjusting your gloves every single goddamn time the ball crosses the plate.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't swing, you didn't pull a bat off your fucking shoulder, you still got to adjust your batting gloves again. Get the fuck out of here. Get in the fucking batter's box and
Right.
swing the fucking bat. You don't have to keep adjusting everything in between every single fucking pitch.
And I laugh because you look at the history of the game of baseball and you look at the greatest hitters, and the greatest hitters still to this day are guys who didn't wear batting gloves, who didn't do shit like this all the time, have to adjust. Like they were Joe DiMaggio, who literally just walked up, fucking swung a bat,
Tony
ran
Gwynn.
bases, and Tony Gwynn, another one, and he was gloveless in an era where gloves were starting to
Yep.
be introduced, and still hit the shit out of the ball. Like
And
these are proven to be things you don't need to do.
And didn't have to take a step out of the batter's box every single pitch to adjust something else. Like just get in there and swing.
Yeah.
That's it, man. It's that simple. That's your job. There's no reason you have to adjust your crotch, spit, adjust your batting gloves, adjust your helmet. Come on, man. In between every single pitch? No.
I agree with you.
Chris, you still play baseball. Is there any reason for that?
There isn't. I when I'm at the plate, once a pitch is thrown, whether it be a ball or a strike, I'll step 1 foot out the box, and as soon as the pitcher gets the ball back, I get back in.
Step one back in.
Let's go. Like I'm ready. Let's go. Let's move this along.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
you
that's
should
just me.
adjust your gloves and maybe you'd be in Major League
All
Baseball.
right. But I'm glad we're talking about baseball because actually this made me think of something I wanted to bring up this week is the rash of no hitters lately. Is the no hitter become overrated?
It's becoming overrated.
Yeah.
It's not there yet. I can see a trend.
Yeah.
Where it's possibly headed there, and it could become less if they do start including those 7 inning games, which I think they should because that's not the pitcher's fault.
Right.
But I think analytics has played a big part in cutting down on. There's more strikeouts this year.
Oh, there's every year it's gone up.
The batting average is really low this year compared to other years. Home runs are down. It's analytics.
They adjusted the ball though, didn't they? They adjusted
this year. They did.
Yeah, there's like more of a dead spot in the ball.
Yeah.
And to me, a lot of it comes down to the analytics of of baseball. And, like the math minds, the beautiful minds, so to speak, have taken over.
Goodwill Hunting is like taking over the fucking game.
Yeah, it's
How you like
taken
them apples?
it's taken over the game, and there's it's all that mathematical data that they go into that has made the pitcher's jobs a little easier, and it's made the fielder's jobs a little easier. It's taken the offense a little bit out of the game. Really,
Well, I mean, the pitcher's job is easier now just simply because they throw harder than they ever have before.
Yes,
they have more movement on their pitches than they ever had before, and batters' approaches is atrocious. A batter's approach now,
uppercut swing.
It's fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
I was gonna say everybody's going for the fence.
It's a home run or nothing.
Uppercut swing for the fence.
And this is why I will say, while it is an impressive feat to throw no hitter, it is becoming overrated. Yes, I will say 100% overrated.
It's on its way.
It is.
I don't
100%.
think it's there yet.
No, I don't think
in
it's
my
there.
opinion.
But I agree with you. It's trending in that.
It's trending in that direction.
I think when you do things like you adjust the ball and do things in the game to make it happen more often, you're just ruining it.
I think one of the things that is less overrated than the no hitter, and it's an offensive side of the ball, and it's hitting for the cycle.
Yes,
I think that is becoming the no hitter.
Like what a no hitter should be,
right? It's becoming more prestigious because
it's hard.
It's extremely hard to do.
Yeah.
And when you look at one of the minor league players for Detroit just did it last week. He was in single A ball. He hit for the cycle, and he had 2 of those hits in the 9th inning.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Blowout game, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it was. He had a triple in the 3rd. He had a home run in the 6th, I believe. And then in the 9th, they scored 12 runs in the 9th.
Oh, wow.
And he hit a double and a single in the 9th.
And like the triple is like the hardest part of that.
I was gonna say, like,
and he knocked that out in the first at bat.
You look at the speed of some of these guys, and I don't know how guys pull off a triple.
I mean, if you hit one in the gap at Comerica Park, you should absolutely get a fucking triple.
In certain parks, yeah. But you look at some of these smaller fields, like you go to Fenway, unless you hit it in the little triangle next to the bullpen.
Yeah.
I don't see how you hit a triple in that park. Period.
No, like Coors Field, that's another one. You hit one in one of the gaps, you should absolutely get a triple.
Yeah, but if you make contact with the ball in Coors Field,
it might go out. Yeah, it's probably going to go out. Yes.
I think, Chris, I think that is one of the things that it's on its direction. It's on its way to becoming overrated. Yeah, I agree.
No, it really is, and it's sad because it used to be like appointment viewing. If you saw a guy that he was getting like 6th, 7th inning, and he had a no hitter going, and like I got to tune in, I got to watch it.
It was my knee jerk reaction when he was doing it. It's 2 weeks ago.
See, it still is appointment viewing for me because I appreciated you letting me know.
I could tell you appreciated that.
I tuned in. I was really happy as hell to see that. Like it's still prestigious.
We're all having problems with the English language here.
It's still prestigious for me to see, but the direction it's heading is heading in the direction of not being as highly looked upon as it once was.
There's definitely a way to salvage it at this point, but the
there
way
is.
it's going,
they're going to end up
be ruined before it gets saved.
They're going to end up taking the shift out of the game. I believe. I truly believe that they're going to end up taking that. You're going to have 2 guys on one side of second base and 2 guys on the other. I believe they're going to adjust some of that stuff to where analytics takes its place and takes away some hits, takes away some alleys that you can play defensively. I think they're going to take some of those things away and make it so you can't do those. So it's going to make its way backwards unless they don't take those things out. If they don't take those things out, you're going to have no hitters are going to happen more and more.
Yeah, they are, and like I said, to me, it's not really appointment viewing anymore. Like I'll tune into it if it's going on. I'll be like, okay, I'll watch it, but I don't have to be like, oh, I gotta watch this. I like the one that Turnbull threw. I slept. I didn't even bother waking up for it. I'm just like, okay, cool.
When I compared it heads up,
you were awake and you were asleep and you thought about it and you're like, I'm not even waking.
I'm good.
I'm not even waking up
because generally when I sleep, I fall asleep to like sports radio.
Didn't even bother waking up.
No, I didn't. So I
guess in this case though, I'm just glad he reads our text in his sleep.
Right. Well, no, I mean, like I said, when I go to sleep, I generally have sports radio on.
Yeah.
When I fall, and they were talking about that he had a no hitter going, and I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. If he throws it, great. I don't. Whatever.
Back in the day, I never got to see the JV no-hitters. I was actually supposed to go to the first one.
Oh, is that right?
I ended up having to work, so I didn't end up going there. And the second one was, I don't even remember what happened that day, but I wasn't watching. But I watched Tim Lincecum throw his no-hitter, the last one that he threw.
Yeah.
And I remember watching that, and I remember being on the edge of my seat going, this just doesn't happen. This doesn't happen in sports very often anymore. And you compare it heads up to the one that happened last week or the week before, whatever it was.
Right.
And it was almost like, yeah, this guy's going to do it. Yep, he just did it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Game's off now.
Right.
Like, it's exciting to see. I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the meaning behind it that it used to.
No, it
when
doesn't.
it only used to happen once or twice.
It's not like you're sitting, like you said, it's not like you're sitting on the edge of your seat now,
Right.
Watching this going, man, is it going to happen? Is there going to be, what's going to happen?
Right.
I was really happy to watch it. I enjoyed watching
Yeah.
it, but I was chilled, kicked back in my recliner, just watching. And if somebody got a hit off him, I'd have been like, all right, that sucks. I'm going to turn back on Guys Grocery Games. Or,
Yeah, it was a great run. Nice try, dude. You know, you got a long career ahead of you. Hopefully you throw another one at some point.
Yeah, I'd have been like back to diners, drive-ins, and dives, man. Mr. $80 million.
Joe on his Guy Fieri kick right now.
$80 million for that fucking guy.
It's astounding to me.
It is astounding.
3 years, $80 million.
And he doesn't even have to cook.
No.
You paid
I
a
don't
chef
think I've
$80 million and he
just
doesn't
think-
have to cook a damn
I've never
thing.
seen that dude cook anything.
I have. I've seen him cook a couple times, but basically most of his shows are critiquing everybody. Actually, in Diners, Drives, and Dives, he critiques. On Guys Grocery Games, he doesn't even eat the food or critique it. He has other judges do it. He just hosts the show.
Yeah, he's just a host.
Dude.
But he's got he's got this little annex kitchen thing, I guess, that's going on right now at Partridge. If you if you got DoorDash, you can actually order his food.
I want to see. I want to see him.
Obviously, he's not working there,
not
so he's not
personally-
cooking
yeah.
it, but it's his
I
recipe.
want to see him go on Chopped and fucking actually cook something. That's what I want to see.
Well, so he cooks. They had to readjust the show. We're getting too far into this, but they had to readjust the show.
I'd rather talk about this than the New York fucking Jets.
Okay.
We've talked about the New York Jets way too fucking much on this fucking show.
Well, I mean, we haven't talked about him in a little while.
I know, but still, the amount that we did talk about him,
Yeah, because of Adam fucking
way
Gaze.
too
I
fucking
was going to
much.
say, it was Adam Gase. It
Adam
wasn't so
fucking
much the
Gase.
Jets. It
Listen,
wasn't the goddamn Jets. It was Adam Gase.
If Adam Gaze coaches another team, we'll be talking about them a lot too because I fucking hate that guy. but so they had to critique. They had to adjust the show during COVID. So they weren't able to have Guys Grocery Games.
Right.
So what they did, and he wasn't able to do Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives. But what he did is he had people send him their meals that they wanted, that they would have cooked for him. And he cooked them in his own outdoor kitchen outside, and he cooked all their meals. So that's when I've seen him cook. He cooked all the meals that they sent the stuff for him to cook.
But my thing is, I want to see him actually cook something and get
Yeah.
fucking judged for it.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to see.
That's what I want to see.
Well, we were talking about how we watch Beat Bobby Flay.
Yes.
Because neither one of us can stand Bobby Flay, and we just want to see him get beat.
100%.
I hate.
You have an unnatural hatred for Bobby Flay.
It's not.
I just
it's
want to
not.
see Ari Gold beat his
It's
ass,
not as
that's it.
unnatural as your hatred for Guy Fieri. Because
That's true.
Guy Fieri is actually a decent person,
And I give him that.
Bobby Flay is a douche.
But I think
Can I argue both of your points right now, real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
How do you hate anyone who does nothing but cook you food?
Because Bobby Flay's a douche.
and I think honestly, I think Guy Fieri's like on-air personality is completely fake.
Like,
a
you guys
child.
have this hatred for two gentlemen who do nothing but bring you goodness.
Yeah, but I like a lot of. See, I like Guy Fieri. I let him cook me food. Michael Simon.
I like Michael Simon.
He
I
can
don't
cook
know
me
who Michael
food
Simon
anytime.
is.
And you guys are boys. You're both Browns fans.
Yeah. So I'm all about. Yeah. So
Is
I
he
didn't.
part of the page that Joe's the administrator on?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was a Browns fan. That's why I said that. I was
He's from Cleveland, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. But no, it just for me, Bobby Flay is just a dude. He's very douchey.
Yes,
I just
I would agree
don't
with that.
like the guy, his personality. Like we talked about with LeBron James, all the talent in the world.
LeBron James.
but LaFlop.
Yeah,
but
LaFlop,
if
LaFraud.
but if your personality is shitty, I don't care how much talent you have. I don't like you. It doesn't matter what you do.
So
know?
you hate Flay, you hate Guy Fieri.
Yes, that's correct. And I'm not a huge fan of Bobby Flay either.
So should I just start hating Gordon Ramsay for the hell of it?
No, why would
See,
you
I'm a
do
big
that?
fan of Gordon Ramsay.
I don't know. I just know he's another chef, and if you guys both hate chefs, I should hate one too, I guess.
I'm a huge fan of Gordon Ramsay.
I want to be included in this.
Well, some of these chefs, it's hilarious to hear them talk, and they talk about themselves like they're fucking God's gift to cooking. It's like, dude, you're a fucking chef. all you do is cook food. That's it.
So that's part of what for me. That's part of what
And
Bobby
deliver
Flay does.
happiness to people.
So let me get. So you made like a fucking hamburger. Congratulations. I can make a fucking hamburger too, asshole.
It's not as good.
It might be better.
I was gonna
but
say,
it might be
seriously.
better. You don't know.
I can cook. Every Tuesday we walk into here and your lady friend has cooked something that smells absolutely amazing for us. I can't cook shit like that. Joe might be able to cook shit like that, but I only say that because we were talking about it earlier with her. What did I miss?
Your lady friend.
Oh Jesus!
People are too fucking weird about titles, so I don't like throwing
my
titles
God.
out there. I would hope so at this point, but
that was
yeah.
funny.
Allison.
Yes,
Allison. Every time we walk in here, it smells fantastic.
it does.
Lady friend. Chris's lady friend.
I didn't know if she wanted to be mentioned on here or not. I'm sorry, Allison.
So anyway, I don't even. This derailed. I don't even know where we were going with this, but anyway.
Big fucking surprise. that never happens.
Your lady friend.
Yeah, right.
Hey, lady.
She's on Twitch right now giving me shit about it.
I'm not surprised.
That's fantastic. Your lady friend. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and we're gonna move past the chef part of today's show.
You never know where we're gonna go with this.
Yeah, that one went in an odd direction. Anyway, so
I had a feeling it was going to happen, though. You guys were talking
Yeah.
about this hardcore before we started.
we kind of did.
and all it took was a random thought in my head to come out through the microphone, and then it just fucking derailed from there. And we just talked about all the chefs on the Food Network and all that. Anyway, so if you guys don't mind, I want to get into this Brooks Koepka.
Yeah,
and
Bryson DeChambeau.
And Bryson DeChambeau.
DeChambeau.
Okay.
Douche.
Is he douchey?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
He like that is stereotypical bro.
So
100%.
So I want you to set this up for me. We talked before the show, and I said I don't follow golf enough to really know the personalities of these guys, but I know people that do follow golf a lot, and most of you hate Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
So and I have a couple other friends that they golf. They're even more into golf than you are, and they golf all the time. They watch it all the time. They hate him.
Yeah,
can't stand him.
I can't fucking stand him.
So I guess maybe for us that don't know, I know some of the backstory here. But before we play this video, can you tell us what you know and fill us in on Bryson DeChambeau and why people hate him, and what's up with Brooks Koepka and DeChambeau? I know they've had their run-ins back and forth. They both don't like each other at all.
Oh, they hate each other.
Yeah,
Bryson
figured that one
DeChambeau,
out.
like I said, is like the stereotypical bro. Like that's what he is. And then
like Jim Tan Laundry type fucking bro.
Well, this is like I want to say 2-ish years ago this happened. He like during the offseason he just got jacked. Which, cool, you know, you do your thing, whatever. I don't have an issue with that, whatever.
Right.
Then he comes out and he acts like he's like the best fucking golfer ever because he got jacked and he can hit the ball, 8,000 miles.
Yeah, I was gonna say he hits it like he's fucking
right. He's like one of those power drivers,
yeah.
or like long drive competition guys.
Like he's Happy Gilmore,
right?
He's fucking.
And it's great. You can hit the ball 8,000 miles all you fucking want, but if you can't hit a fucking straight and you can't putt, it really doesn't fucking make a difference.
Right.
And then there was around, I want to say like 6 months ago or so, he was playing like shit.
Yeah.
And the camera was on him.
Yeah.
And he fucking got mad that the camera was on him, like following him. He's like, I don't think the camera should be on me if I'm playing like.
Oh,
if
I
I'm playing
did hear about that.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you're one of the marquee players on the tour. They're
course they
absolutely
can.
gonna. Don't fucking cry about it. Like if you don't mind when the camera's on you when you're playing well, then you shouldn't mind it when the camera's on you when you're playing like shit.
It's the way it works.
And it's stuff like that just makes me absolutely fucking despise him.
And then didn't Brooks Koepka call Bryson out for slow play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And then
because he is a notoriously slow player.
Yeah. And then Bryson and him have gone back and forth about a couple things. I know Brooks said something about, Bryson said something about Brooks' appearance in Sports Illustrated body whatever.
The body, yeah.
And then Brooks came back at him and said something about yeah, you're right. I'm too short of a 6-pack and showed 4 trophies.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it was like a back and forth thing. Brooks is to make comments about Bryson doing steroids. So I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a hatred for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it kind of seems to be boiling over at this point.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, if this is what golf is going to bring me, I will tune in.
Oh, exactly.
I will gladly tune in. So
without Tiger playing, absolutely.
Well, yeah, and
They need something without Tiger playing.
they
They
have to.
I agree. Granted, other than this happening, dude, Phil Mickelson at 50 years old winning a fucking major. Props.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, 50.
And they
50
needed
years old.
something like that because
Yeah, that was-
Dustin Johnson missed the cut.
Yeah.
and
He
that was
was-
like the biggest fucking news story going on at the moment.
Right.
Well, he's the oldest player by like 4 years or
Yeah.
something to win.
Because
a
Jack Nicklaus
major.
won at 46.
46, but there was 3 other guys or 2 other guys in there as well.
Yeah.
Some older player that I don't think anybody would know.
Oh, it was like way back in fucking.
And then there was another one who was around Jack Nicholson's era, I guess. But yeah, so he's like 4 years older than the oldest to ever win a Masters, which or not a Masters,
Just a
but
major,
a
basically,
major.
yeah.
So this interview that
That's fucking great.
that leaked out. It wasn't. They weren't supposed to air this.
No, they weren't.
And it just got leaked, and I'm kind of upset at the media, whoever leaked it, because you shouldn't have done that. But I'm so fucking glad you did.
100%.
Because this is fantastic, and the PGA has to take this and run with it. Pair these guys up, please. I will tune in to watch, and I never watch golf. I will tune in to watch golf.
Yeah.
If you pair these two together and follow them around with like 4 cameras the entire day.
I was gonna say, like we were talking about not too long ago with the NHL going to HBO Max. And
Yeah.
like pair these two up, put them on fucking paid TV. Let them go.
Oh man,
let them say whatever they want. Like, let golf become the Happy Gilmore version
Right. Just
of golf.
let them talk shit to each other like the entire
I'm,
fucking round.
I am
it just
begging
go.
you. The PGA, I'm begging you to put these two guys together. I'm going to play this interview right now that wasn't supposed to be an
fucking great.
interview. It's great.
Golf course was asking a lot from you today, Brooks. What were you able to do well and put up that nice number?
Just ball struck my way around this place. Didn't putt well, but I don't think many guys are going to putt well with this wind. It's very tough. Like I said, I don't know what other guys have said, or I just felt it difficult to read. You know, sometimes
the fucking eye roll, man.
The eye roll is hilarious.
I fucking lost my train of thought. Yeah, hearing that bullshit. Fucking Christ.
All right,
Fucking Christ.
We're going to enjoy that at the TV conference.
I honestly wouldn't even care.
he said, so the reporter said, we're going to love that in the TV compound. We won't air it. And he said, honestly, I wouldn't even care. It's clear he doesn't care how much Bryson DeChambeau knows that he hates him.
Right.
And he hates him. For those of you that couldn't see the video, please go watch it.
Oh, yeah.
But watching it, his eye roll.
Oh, it's epic.
Is just, it's worse than my daughter's eye roll. And she's got it down to a pat because she has a good teacher. But it's but the eye roll there is just amazing. The dude just fucking can't stand. I'm gonna gloss past what I just said.
I'm trying to.
The eye roll is fantastic. Like those two guys fucking hate each other.
Oh yeah.
So have you heard possibly what set him off, or was it just the fact that Bryson was just in the area?
No,
of him?
from what I read is Bryson said something because he was talking about putting and how
Yeah.
to win, and he kind of said something along the lines of line up your putt better, and then he was
Follow your line,
like line up your putt better,
Yeah.
and then he was walking with metal spikes on, like behind.
Well, that I heard. Yeah, he was walking with the spikes on
and
behind.
but I think it was the line up your putt better or something along. He said something along that line that Brooks heard, and he was just
Gotcha.
like, "Dude, are you fucking kidding me?"
Because I've yet to hear anything come out confirmed as to what Bryson said.
Right.
There's been speculation that he said something along the lines of that:
Yeah.
line up your putt better, or follow your line, or
Right.
something like that. And there's also been people coming out and saying no, he was talking about he had a good drive on the last hole or something like that. I turned it up quite a few times. I couldn't hear what
Right.
he actually said. I couldn't make it out. So I'm anxious to find out if he did what he said and if he did say anything. But I'm just intrigued now. I want to follow I just want to follow these two and their feud because it's
Right.
interesting to me now.
But
because
another-
it's clear Brooks Koepka fucking can't stand him.
But another thing, like, why are you walking behind him during his fucking interview?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, just wait like a fucking minute and then you can fucking do it. You
Well,
know?
and there was like three
Because
other.
why not?
Well,
because there's no reason
they
to fucking
hate each
do
other.
it.
Because I think he did it on purpose.
Right,
Well,
and that's what I was just
but
saying.
I get that.
If
they-
I'm in
you know.
his shoes,
Yeah.
and I know this dude hates me, and he's being interviewed.
But it's
and
shit
I
like
can
this.
walk
but
right
it's
behind
shit-
it and throw him off.
But that's my
I'm
point.
gonna fucking do it. In a
It's shit
heartbeat.
like this is to why people fucking hate you.
Yeah.
But
Bro, you see the name on the back of my jersey. I love shit like that.
I was gonna say I'm actually kind of becoming. I don't even know the guy. I'm sort of becoming a Bryson DeChambeau fan now. Like I'm all for him being an asshole to this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooks Koepka, he came across as kind of.
Oh, he's a doucher too.
I was gonna say he
They're
came
both-
across as
they're both
kind of
douchey.
douchey.
Oh, they're both douchey.
I mean, he complained about the crowd on the hole with Mickelson, and his thing was,
You got
well,
a bad knee.
if I didn't have knee surgery and
Yeah.
I wasn't getting jacked in the knee, I'd have been all for it. But when I get jacked in the knee. Bro, come on! Just come out and cry about it like you want to. Don't try and feign it off like
I will say though
because you
that
have a knee injury.
that
Own
was
the shit.
was a bit out of that crowd was a bit out of control. It was like
Not saying they weren't, but don't be that douche,
Right.
man. Come on.
no,
I would have been all for it, but I got jacked in the knee a couple times and I had knee surgery. All right, yeah, okay, douche.
No, like I said, they're both douchers. It's honestly which one is I guess the lesser of two evils. And to me, the lesser of two evils is Brooks Koepka.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a fan of either of them, but
Well, and everyone talks about Bryson DeChambeau being all jacked and kind of a meathead, right?
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka's pretty built for a guy who golfs, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah,
they're both kind of they look like gym rats, both of them.
DeChambeau took it to he kind of reminds me of Gronk, that. That's the type of dude he reminds me of.
Bro.
Rob, yes, 100%.
Bro.
And what's going to happen, and I keep telling people this is exactly what's going to fucking happen within the next, I would say, 5 years. That dude's going to have so many injury problems.
Bro.
It's just how hard he fucking swings. Bro.
Yeah.
But he's that guy. He's such a bro.
So he definitely loves the number 69 as well.
Oh, I wouldn't fucking doubt. I wouldn't doubt it.
Speaking of that, when you text the other day, this is another off the rails. Like when you text us the other day and you said 63 is on its way, and the only thing I could think when I read it was, first of all, I went, huh?
Yeah.
And then I went, does he mean 69?
Is Frank baked again right now?
Does he mean 69? And why are you texting us if you're in the middle of that?
I was actually at work for that one.
I was like, is Frank baked right now? He just couldn't fucking. What the fuck is happening here?
I was like, first of all,
I got excited, man. I
Did you
finally
mean
got
a
my
different-
Marshawn jersey.
but it was so cryptic.
I forget that sometimes I have a conversation in my head that I don't actually have with other people, and then I'm like, text this, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh.
That was just me thinking that.
Because you text back what?
I'm like, what?
And I was just like, all right, well, I'm glad.
That's why I owned it, dude.
I'm glad I'm not
I was
the
like,
only
I'm
one.
a confusing guy. I get it.
I was just glad that he responded before I did because I didn't want to be the only one that didn't get it. I'm sitting there reading it going, I hope Chris doesn't get this either because I don't. If Chris gets this, I don't know what the hell's going on. So then he finally texted what, and I was like, oh, thank God. I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.
I had no fucking idea. I'm like,
I thought Chris might have an idea. I knew would have no fucking clue what I was talking
literally,
about.
even before I said what, that's the only thing I could think of was Brad Marchand because it's the only player I know that wears number fucking 63.
See, I didn't even know
the only 63 I know of.
I didn't even know he wore 63. That's how fucking bad I am. Didn't even know. I was like, oh, what the fuck. All right.
I was just losing my mind at work. Thought we were having a conversation.
I just
that
thought you
we
were
didn't
fucking
have.
baked and typed in a fucking number. I'm like, okay, Frank, cool. You do you, bro.
That is a fair assumption.
I thought he had a booty call on the way, and he was texting us the wrong number. He meant to hit the 9 instead of the 3, and I was like,
that's
what?
a fair assumption. That's an asinine.
Oh shit. So anyway, I know there's at least one more thing we want to get into today. It's the Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So
honestly, Shannon Sharp's kind of a dick for not fucking telling him that he was live on air.
So has it been confirmed that Julio didn't know he was on the air?
It hasn't been confirmed that he didn't know, or that he
right.
did
Well,
know.
see, like to me, the fact that it hasn't come out that the fact that his press, Julio's press, or his agent or somebody hasn't released something saying, he didn't know he was on the air and it should, to me, makes it seem like Julio knew. Shannon was recording his show when he called him. To me, it kind of seems like he knew. Now maybe he didn't.
Do you have the clip of this?
Yes.
Can you run this? Because I am actually yet to see or hear it.
Okay, so I'm gonna run this, and then we can talk about it afterwards. This is Shannon Sharp and what's the other douchebag's name?
Fucking Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless. I can't stand
Skilp.
him. Yeah, Skip
Now,
Bayless
that is the most overpaid man in television.
I can't stand him.
It's hard to disagree with that. Yes.
Yeah, I can't disagree with it either.
No, I would give Fieri $80 million over and over again. And when you kept Skip off my TV.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And when you pay attention to this interview or this go round here, watch Skip. Skip looks like a little kid in like a candy shop that he's so excited because his friend got like the most important kid, like the most popular kid in the class on the phone.
Yeah.
While he's next to him, like he's too excited that Shannon Sharp actually got a hold of Julio Jones. You know what I mean? Like
it's not even that exciting. Like, granted, yes, Julio's in the process of maybe getting traded, but like the biggest story right now is Aaron Rodgers.
Julio's second behind that.
Yeah, and it's a distant second.
But Skip Bayless is a huge Cowboys fan, and there was rumors that Julio was going to the Cowboys.
Well, yeah, because he showed up at the fucking airport in a Cowboys hoodie.
But this interview,
we calling? Okay, we are calling. We're calling.
You watching, Julio?
Really hope he answers here.
Julio, have the guts to pick up the phone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Julio. Hold on. Let me put you on the...
he's putting him on speakerphone right now.
Can you hear me? I got you. This is your favorite uncle. What's going on, bro? Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you? Man, look. You want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta? Oh, man, nah, I'm out of there, man. You out?
He's out of there.
Are you going to... Ideally, where would you like to go? Right now, I want to win. Okay. Well, don't go to Dallas. You ain't winning in Dallas, Julio. Man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know. Okay.
Can you remind him we're on television
Ask him why we wore the Dallas.
Listen. You know how people is, man, with all that going on with the picture? Yeah. And all that stuff like that. Okay. Man, I ain't never been on that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's good enough. Yeah. Julio, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me back. We on air, but I appreciate you calling me, dog. You know I know my nephew was gonna pick up. Oh yeah, nah. Yeah. I ain't going to Dallas, man. I never thought about going to Dallas.
Okay. See, now his tone changes.
Yeah, I don't think he knew he was on air.
The second
now he
he says, "Oh, we were on air," his tone fucking changes.
I don't think he knew.
That
to me, it didn't change, though, because after he said that, he still went into it and said, oh, yeah, see, I wasn't going to Dallas. I ain't never going to Dallas.
But the way he said it changed. To me, it fucking changed. He said it, like, more serious. Like, I ain't going to Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, it was more like I'm staying in Atlanta or whatever.
No, he said, no, I'm out of there.
No, I know, but I'm talking about the end of the conversation when after Shannon said, we're on air.
I don't think he was allowed to say, oh, I'm out of there. So the fact that he was on air and said that.
Yeah. I don't think he fucking knew until the end of it.
See, I guess
that's a fucking dick move.
I guess I'm the odd man out here. I really truly believe that he knew. In my opinion, that interview tells me. Now I'm the odd man out because both you guys disagree with it, and I don't know. To me, the whole interview just spells that he knew and he didn't care. Like he just don't give a shit at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
And the other thing is all the speculation that's going on about where, say, Aaron Rodgers is going to go, where Julio is going to go, and for Browns fans, I'm just going to put this out there for you. Please stop. Please stop. I'm gonna call out Browns fans right now, same as I do Lions fans. Stop. Just stop with the Julio is coming to the Browns. Julio's going to get traded to the Browns.
I was going to say, what are you going to do? Ship off OBJ?
You're right. You're going to ship off a younger receiver in OBJ or a younger receiver in Landry to get Julio Jones. What the fuck are you thinking? Just stop. You're looking and sounding stupid. Just stop. And the Lions fans that think Julio's going to get traded here, just stop. He wants to win somewhere, first of all. Those were his words. Lions ain't winning shit anytime soon. And I don't care what the fuck you think they have on our team. You have the worst roster in the NFL right now. Worse than the Jaguars, worse than the Jets. I'm sorry, it's the worst roster in the NFL. You're not winning anything anytime soon. So get the fuck off of this. All you need is receiver bullshit, and you can make a playoff run. Get the fucking out of here. Just get out of here with that bullshit.
If my Bills can somehow make that fucking work, do it.
Yeah.
Listen, he'd be a great number 2 across from Diggs.
Yeah, he would be.
You got him and Diggs? That would be insane.
I know it would
That's
be.
why I love that DeAndre Hopkins came out the other day, and all he said, I think it was his Twitter or his Instagram or something, he goes, everybody keeps asking me this. Would I restructure for Julio? Yes.
Yep.
He would.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't?
Can you imagine
What
Julio?
team in a win-now position, what guy wouldn't restructure their contract to bring in somebody like that?
Can you imagine the on their way up Cardinals getting Julio
It'd be
to
insane.
go across from Hopkins from Nuke and have Kyler Murray at quarterback? Come on, man.
It's the best thing you could do for Kyler
Come on.
Murray's career.
Or if you have a
Come
better
on,
quarterback in Josh Allen, and you have Stephon Diggs on the other side.
I see. I'm gonna call this one out though, and
I
you know
was
what? You know I'm a
gonna
Josh.
say Diggs compared to Hopkins. That's not even a comparison for
You,
me.
you know, I love Diggs. Okay,
He's
but
incredible.
Hopkins is better, in my opinion. Also, Kyler Murray and Josh Allen. Even though you know I love Josh Allen, I'm a Josh Allen fan. Have been since he came into the league.
Right.
Same year as my boy Baker. Kyler Murray is right there with him. I don't think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Josh Allen's got another year in the league, but Kyler's the shit, man.
I'm not disagreeing with the
Yeah.
fact that Kyler is a good quarterback. I just feel Josh Allen is better. Simply based on arm strength, he's fucking better.
I will tell you truthfully, that's not a comparison I ever actually thought about.
Listen, Josh Allen has gotten his accuracy down, which was his biggest problem.
Yeah.
So, and you know I love Josh Allen. I'm not dogging him. He very well could win MVP this next year, and I picked him for the dark horse MVP last year.
And you know what would help his accuracy? Another receiver,
Julio Jones?
who is fucking pinpoint where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there, just like Diggs.
So with going back from Julio with Aaron Rodgers, what do you see happening there? So he can either sit out, which he probably will do. I see him doing that. They trade him somewhere, and he might still sit out, might not play.
I think at this point, though, if Julio sits out, he's retiring.
No, I'm talking about Rodgers.
Oh, Rodgers?
Yeah.
Same thing. Same thing, just a different name. I think Rodgers is at the point of his career where he can't afford to miss a year.
Do you think he gets traded, or do you think Green Bay plays chicken with him and just has him sit out?
From what Schefter's saying right now on Facebook, and I don't know if you guys have jumped on there at all, literally all 5 of Green Bay's receivers no-showed for the OTAs.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Along with Aaron Rodgers for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
For the first time in his career.
Based on that,
And based on the comments he made last night, there ain't a chance in hell he's playing for the Packers again, ever.
So does he
or
get
buying
traded?
cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
But
Right.
So does he get traded?
I don't think they'll trade him. I don't.
See, and I'm with you there.
I don't think they will.
I think he plays in Green Bay this year.
I don't think he plays at all in Green Bay ever again.
I think he
unless
will.
it's on the road, unless he's the opposing team.
I think I'm with you there. I think they play chicken with him. He doesn't because he's not going to go back there and play.
No.
And I think they play chicken with him, and I think he ends up retiring. He will not. I don't think he'll play another game in the NFL. I think he's done. He'll get offered the fucking Jeopardy job, and
I honestly think he will get that Jeopardy job.
and he'll go off into the sunset. So with that being said, though, with the Lions aspect, what's up with that division now? Does it become the worst division in the NFC?
Oh,
like the NFC East?
I think it already was the worst division in the NFC.
Well, the NFC East was.
Yeah, the
was
NFC East is hard to beat.
Like,
Right.
So do they become the new NFC East?
Yeah, I think
like
so.
will a losing record make the playoffs out of the NFC East?
Probably.
Or out of the NFC West, North?
I think ultimately it's going to depend on what Chicago ends up being.
And I think Chicago has a if Rodgers doesn't play for Green Bay, Chicago has a good a chance as any to win that division based
Yeah.
on their defense alone.
Well,
Right.
if Dalvin Cook can stay healthy,
Now Minnesota's the front runner.
if Dalvin Cook can stay healthy, I believe they are the front runner to win that division. If Rodgers does not play for Green Bay, because I saw a picture of him the other day, dude is fucking just,
Dalvin Cook.
Oh my god.
Huge Dalvin Cook fan. I like the Vikings, but I think I'm kind of on the lines with Chicago. Their defense is good enough. All they need is basic quarterback play.
If they can get that
But that's a big if.
out of Fields.
That's a big if.
It
Yeah.
is.
But do you see anything else? You know what Kirk Cousins is.
Right.
We're 99.999% sure of what Jared Goff is.
Yeah.
If Green Bay has Jordan Love, who wasn't even prepared to dress this past
Right.
year.
First of all, I'm going to take the Lions out of this equation. The Lions are not winning the NFC fucking North. They're just not.
Lions will
Oh,
have.
no, there is no way for them to win.
The Lions will have the worst record in the NFC North, and they might have the worst record in the NFC.
And honestly, if by some miracle they did win the
Lions
NFC North,
might have the worst record in the NFL next year.
It's very possible.
Exactly. There's not by some miracle if that did happen. Honestly, I think it'd be the worst thing to happen to that fucking franchise if they actually did make the playoffs this year.
I agree with you, but
Because it'd be nothing
Lions
more than a
fans,
fluke.
Exactly.
Lions fans wouldn't.
Oh, they would love it
because they still think this team is not rebuilding.
Right,
they think they've rebuilt
right.
already.
But if you make the playoffs, you've
Listen.
actually set your franchise back. You've set your franchise back again.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you've got to take them when they come. If it's 1 year that a playoff shows up, you fucking take it.
I would rather build for 10 years of success than have like 1
I
year
agree
success.
with you, but this is the organization that can't fucking do anything right most of the time.
And
if
then
next
by-
year they make the playoffs, then you know what? Fuck
That
it,
wouldn't
they
be
made
them
the
doing
playoffs.
anything right. That would actually be wrong.
But at least we got something out of it.
But yeah,
I think that division, if Rodgers doesn't play, becomes the NFC East from last year.
That's fair. I can't disagree with that.
And it's funny because even if he does play, I'm not saying it's guaranteed that Green Bay wins it.
I am.
With him
Don't
in
see
that division, they're clearly the best team in that division.
Without him, that defense is suspect, and they don't come back in games to win them like they do.
Yeah.
Their offense can't outpace their defense giving up points because they didn't upgrade on defense that much.
They
this
didn't
year.
do anything on defense.
So when it comes down to it, Aaron Rodgers makes Green Bay the playoff team. Without Aaron Rodgers, that team is a 6-7 win team, maybe 8.
And that's coming off of off seasons where he's focused on football.
Yeah.
He ain't. I mean, Chris mentioned her. You saw the picture of the dude on air.
Yeah.
He's fucking long hair all over the place, just chilling in white tee. He's got the wifey up there now.
He looks like he's hanging out with Matthew McConaughey and
Yep.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
And if you know anything about his fiance, like I'm not gonna say that's who she is, but
Nope,
she's more of like the free
back.
spirit type of person.
The
Like,
earthy.
She's not gonna be the person who looks at him and goes, "You need to get your ass back in
Yeah,
there."
his
she's
current
gonna look at him and go, "If you want to retire, then fucking retire. We'll be fine."
And she's like, get some more patchouli.
Yeah,
That's
right.
That's you're right. That's what he looks like right now. So even if he does come back, what's he going to be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for guys like that, like him and like Brady, that have been in the league so long, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah,
like
they just
honestly.
come back and get into it.
Like the offense.
They might have a couple rusty games, maybe
Right.
like Tom Brady had a couple
He
rusty
did.
ones last
Yeah.
year in the first part of the season. But
you can't judge Brady off the first 5 games of the season.
Yeah, like they'll come
It's
back.
a roller
It's
coaster
just
with
like riding a bike. You know the offense down pat. He'll be. He doesn't need those like the offseason like
Right.
a lot of guys do. He just doesn't.
The other thing that I wouldn't look past is all 5 of those dudes missed the OTAs. I don't doubt that they're wherever Rodgers is right now, and they were out there fucking practicing together.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
It was
There's on the fucking beach running
Yeah,
routes,
I
man.
would
I was
not
gonna
doubt
say
it.
he looks like he's been on the beach barefoot, just swim shorts and a wife
what was
beater,
that movie?
throwing the football around on the beach in bare feet.
Was it Couples Retreat with Paul Rudd works on the beach?
No,
the
that
boogie
was
boards?
that was
no,
no.
It's, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, Forgetting Sarah
That's
Marshall.
what it was.
Yeah,
That's what he's been doing all summer.
what's his
Whether-
name? Kahuna?
Kunai, something like that. Kunai,
My name is Kunu or
Kunu. That's it. Kunu. Yeah.
I'm Kunu now.
The weather outside is weather.
The weather outside is weather.
I love that.
But yeah, that's 100% what I see Aaron Rodgers as right now.
Great reference, man. I love it.
That's solid.
That is a great movie. All right, so we're coming towards the end of the show here, boys.
Yeah.
We're at about 8:14 right now. Do we have Grind My Gears tonight? I heard that you
I don't
had-
have one. I don't have one.
I heard that you did.
No. my lady friend.
I'm so glad you went there. I'm so glad.
I was going to say, you got something. We were told.
I wanted you to go
All
that
right.
direction with it, and I'm so glad you did.
So
your
my
lady friend.
My lady friend does. So going to Comerica Park, and they have a policy where the ladies, they can't bring in purses or bags of any kind. This is now their fucking policy.
Why?
And she actually did make a good point. She goes, well, that's kind of fucking ridiculous that that we can't bring in bags and stuff because what if it's that time of the month or whatever? And,
Yeah.
that's are they providing free tampons in the bathrooms, in the women's bathrooms?
Right.
Not that I know of. Not that I've been told. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. You can't even bring in like a small fucking bag. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So that, I guess that's not grind my gears, because honestly it doesn't affect me at all. But I could see how
it does if you're the one who's got to carry those things.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if she makes you put them in your pockets,
But,
it affects you.
I can see how women would be fucking furious about that. I get it. Yeah,
I completely understand that one. That one is bullshit.
Say, why don't you just carry a diaper bag and blame it on your fucking
So
boyfriend?
I want to ask, why the new rule? Does COVID travel on purses?
I don't know. When I saw that, I'm just like, this doesn't
that's
make
what I asked earlier.
I mean, can you carry a purse full of COVID in? Like, I didn't know you could fill up a purse with COVID. I wasn't sure.
I mean, I suppose you can.
Wow.
I mean,
what do you got in your purse?
You can carry COVID in. You can carry COVID in, like you can shut down bars and restaurants, but just go gallivanting around like without a mask and shit like that, like our fucking governor. How about that?
Oh,
you can do that
at a table full of 12 people.
Yeah, you can do that, which is cool.
So you shut down bars and restaurants for a year and a half, and then you go into a restaurant with 12 people. Sorry, Frank.
Oh, you're all right.
You go into a restaurant with 12 people, and I'm not going to say who this is, Governor. You go into a restaurant with like 12 other people, and you line up tables to sit with them, even though you're not supposed to have more than 6 people sitting at a table now. That's still the rule.
And this is not the first time you've done this.
And you ask the waitress to take a picture of all of you, which the same waitress was without a job for a year and a half because of you. But she's supposed to take your picture with 12 other fucking
told her
people.
to get fucked.
Anyway, so we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Frank, do you have a grind my gears other than the fact that we talked about that for a few minutes?
No, y'all are good. No, I notoriously fucking hate politics.
I know.
They do this, and I bitch about it. That's where the joking comes from. But no, I have no grind my gears, but I threw out a little suggestion while you guys were kind of chatting. You guys didn't really hear it. I just told Allison, bring a diaper bag, blame it on Chris.
Yeah. It has its depends.
So she said she can blame it on her man friend.
Yeah. Blame it on her.
That's not funny.
On her man friend.
That's not funny.
You don't want to be called a man?
No,
a friend?
Would you like to change your pronouns?
No. No. Lady friend was funny. Man friend just sounds weird.
Sounds like you're the commissioner of the baseball of
does.
the Major League Baseball.
Right, it does. Of the Major League Baseball.
Of the MLB.
Right.
All right. Well, I don't really have a grind my gears this week. So, last but not least is the cameo, and this week it's Sting.
Apparently, I've heard this is really weird and awkward.
I haven't got to see it yet either.
They're all weird and awkward, and this one is just even more so. And I'll turn this so you can see it a little bit, Chris. Here it is. It's Sting, the wrestler.
Hey, Kim.
I thought it was Sting, the singer.
It's your birthday. Number 46. Wow. I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on that. 46 years. 46 years young. That's right, I said young. I'm sure you're getting better with age, and I'm sure Ron would agree. You know, I refuse to age. Well, I refuse to grow up, I'll tell you that. So, anyway, happy birthday, happy 46th. I think it's really cool. Ron tells me that you dressed up like me. I don't know if you did it for Halloween. I don't know if you did it to go to school or to go out on a date or maybe even to get married to Ron. Who knows? But I just think it's really, really cool. You've been watching me since the WCW days. I'm not sure how far you go back, but I really appreciate you watching all these years. I think it's incredible. It means a lot to me. And Ron wants me to also tell you he loves you very, very much. And he thinks you're amazing. And I'm sure you are. Okay, happy 46th birthday from the Stinger. It's showtime.
That was
I gotta
really
take my
creepy.
gloves off to just shut the thing off.
So
that was a really creepy way to end it.
So it was just really weird. First of all, so for those of you,
amazing.
I'm sure you are. For those of you that didn't see it, and Frank, you normally watch it, which is why
I do. I
actually
actually logged off to it.
Yeah, which is why I didn't offer to show you. Usually Chris is the one that's in the.
I just like hearing it. I don't need to see it.
So the video itself, he's in full face paint.
Sting's always in full face.
Like does he go? Does he just go out and run errands in face paint? Like, what?
Well, I would. Yeah, absolutely.
He just put, every morning he wakes up, puts on his face paint.
Does he bring his bat with him too?
He was putting on his fucking Sting
was he
gloves
really?
in the video. Did you hear at the end where he goes, "Now I got to take my gloves off to shut this off"?
I did hear that.
Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
why are you even putting on the gloves in the first place? Then you got to take the gloves off to even shut off the phone. And another thing, if anybody didn't hear, it sounded like the dishwasher was running for half of that, and then all of a sudden shut off towards the end.
I didn't even catch that.
It was insane to me. It's like, did you put the phone on the running dishwasher to record this, and then you forgot it was running and it shut off halfway through the video because then we could finally hear him? It was all fucking weird, man. It's just all fucking weird.
Yes.
What?
Most of these cameos are all fucking weird.
They're just all straight. But that one was made more strange by the shit he did.
Like, some of these, I understand what the point of them is, but the general concept, like, you're literally just paying somebody to tell somebody else what you want to tell them.
Right.
And I'm sure in the world, it would mean more coming from those people and not from Sting, but... You know,
well, and it to me,
it's just an awkward situation all around, in my opinion.
It's completely awkward, and the money you're spending on it. I think Sting is like $299 or something like that. Like, it's like $300. It's insane the amount of money they spend on these cameos.
I wouldn't pay that much for Alexa Bliss to send me a message.
I wouldn't pay that much for Alexa. Well, never mind. I might.
Yeah, you might.
On that note.
Yeah, you might.
I probably would. All right. So, is there anything else you guys wanna say or do before the show is over?
Nope. I got nothing.
No.
No.
Anything you want to add about Alexa Bliss?
R.I.P. Larry Steve.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's no good.
Her pet pig died last night.
Oh, I had no clue.
Yeah, it was a very sad moment.
Very sad.
Yeah.
I will comfort her. That's going to do it for tonight's show. Give us a like, a share, and a follow on our social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. You can find all of our podcasts on your favorite podcast provider. As always, check out our website, sotdet.com. Again, that's sotdet.com. Thank you to everyone for listening and or watching. On behalf of Chris and Frank, I'm Joe. We are Sports on Tap Detroit. See you next Tuesday.
And that is it for us today.
No! God, please, no!
Bye. Have a great time.
No! God!
Bye, guys.
No. Bye, buddy.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
Goodbye.
No!
It's never goodbye.
You know, we've been through our ups and been through our downs.
You were meant to be here tonight.
You guys will always be in my heart.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
I think the most important part is that we all stay together throughout.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Live. Fight like hell. The best thing I have ever done, the best thing I will ever do, is be a dad.
God, I love you guys. Mamba out.